Hello, everybody. This is Mrs. Nickel talking to you, and I'm going to show you what you're going to be doing today. And there's going to be points in this video where I'll ask you to pause and then do what I just showed you. Okay, so we're going to be talking about today and next advisory class with your teacher. You're going to talk about take-home pay versus expenses. So to get started and to try to make it more applicable for you and your career choices that you think you would like to get into, what I'd like you to do is go to Naviance, get to your homepage, go to the careers and clusters I'm thinking about, and it should bring up any careers that you favorited, like that you clicked on the heart and made a favorite from last week's like career interest profiler advisory lessons. So I have these ones clicked, and you're going to then click on one of the careers that you're most interested in and then click wages. So let's see, for me, I'm going to click math science teacher. And at the top here, you see overview, knowledge and skills, tasks and activities. Here's wages. Click that. And the value that we're going to be working with is the annual salary. So make sure you're on annual salary. We're going to assume for now that you're going to stay in Colorado, but if you branch out, great. And then I want you to look at the 75% made at least this amount. So what this means is that 75%, in my case, of math teachers made at least $43,050. And notice how different that is than the average. I don't want to use the average because the average is calculated based on this very few percent of teachers who made $110,000. I want to work there. So to be most realistic, I want everyone to look at the 75% of people in this career made at least this amount. So I'm going to get out a piece of paper, and you should too, and you're going to write your name on it. You're going to write the career you chose. So I would write math science teachers, and then I'm going to write down this annual salary. So I want you to pause and do that now. Okay, now I want you to take that number and divide it by 12. You can use a cell phone calculator. If you know where the calculator in your Chromebook is, you could use that. And I want you to discuss for a minute with your peers and your teacher, what does that number represent when you divide it by 12? Pause and do that now. Okay, so hopefully you discussed that when you take that salary and divide it by 12, you would think that that's your monthly your monthly income, how much you make every month, but it's not because of taxes. So we're going to use an online tool now to help us estimate our monthly paycheck after taxes. That's called your take-home pay. It's what you get to keep, what you get to take home. So to do that, we're going to Google Smart Asset Take Home Calculator. So Smart Asset, all one word, Take Home Calculator. And I tried a few of these calculators and I liked this one. It seemed like one of the easier ones to use. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Don't go here yet until I pause. So let's say pause. But for now, we're going to assume you're going to be single, but you could click married. It doesn't matter. So single, we're going to make sure your location says Fort Morgan, Colorado. Make sure this pay frequency is monthly. For now, we're going to assume you get paid every month. We're going to leave all these allowances alone and everything else down here. So notice there are a lot of factors that go into your take-home pay, but it would be a whole class learning about all of these other pieces. So we're just going to leave those alone. So single, Fort Morgan, Colorado, monthly, and we want to make sure salary is clicked. And from the job I chose, this was $43,050. And I would type that in, and then it pops out my estimated monthly take home pay. So $2,000, 800, or excuse me, $2,837. So that's quite a bit different than when I took that number and divided by 12, because taxes have been assumed to have been taken out. So I'm going to write that down on my piece of paper. So pause and do this now. Okay, so now you should have your name written down, your career written down, your annual salary that at least 75% of people in Colorado make for that career you chose, and then now this take home salary. So mine, I would have written down my estimated monthly take home pay is $2,837, and that's per month. And the last thing I want you to think about is I'm going to have your teacher show you a graphic. And actually, I could show you here this. So this is one simplified way of thinking about how you should spend your money and use your money so that you're not stressed in life every day about not having enough money. So this company suggests that 50% of your take-home pay should go towards needs like groceries, rent, utilities, health insurance, a car payment. And then 30% of your take-home should go towards wants, so shopping, so maybe some eating out, maybe a hobby you have. And then 20% should go to savings, so that you can have a decent retirement when you get old and can't work anymore. So I want you to calculate these amounts. So you'll take, to calculate the 50%, you're going to take 0.5 times whatever you wrote down for your monthly take-home pay. So mine, I wrote down 2,837, so I would go 2,837 times 0.5. And then I would do my wants, so 2,837 times 0.3, and then I would do my savings, so 2,837 times 0.2. And I would write those three values down for me and the career I chose and an estimated salary, and I want you to do the same now. So now your paper should have your name, your career, your 75% of people in Colorado with the career I want made at least this amount. So that salary, that annual salary, your monthly take-home pay, and then your needs, wants, and savings amount.